All right. Pull my tree over a little bit. All right. Shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah. Coming this evening with a short message starting this Sabbath day, but I want to say unto you, it is a blessed one. I appreciate the Most High Yah for being who He is all by Himself, not needing Sister Deborah, not needing you. He's all that and some, all by himself. I think that's a little bit of why I in what the world call love him is because he does things based on his will, based on his purpose, based on his pleasure. You know, everything that is done, we really thinking we ruling it. We think it's going our way. We think it's our way. The sad thing about it, guess what, y'all? We still following the will of the Father. I don't care if you go left. I don't care if you go right. I don't care what direction you go in. When it all said and done, it's still the direction in which the heavens has orchestrated for you. A lot of people wonder why where they at. Mhm. Why is it that things are the way that it is? And then you got those who really like the way it is because they have rest in the worldly things and they got so comfortable they don't see nothing wrong. They don't see nothing going wrong. Everything going right for them because they feel that they have reached that goal in living to where they can sit back and they can call on him. They can call on him. They can praise him. They can glorify him. They can study him. They can listen to message regarding him because they comfortable in this world. They've taken a seat and got so comfortable that everything feels good to them. Everything feels okay for them. But until you continue to go through, you know that, I think it's Psalms 23. He said, ye though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Now notice he said the valley of the shadow of death. We all going through the valley of the shadow of death. I know too many of them are too ignorant to realize that's really what living is. It leads to death. And it's a walk that every last one of us shall enter therein. But the beauty of David saying, ye though I walk, Deborah, ye though I walk through this valley of the shadow of death. Guess what, Deborah? I'm still yet not going to fear what's on my left, fear what's on my right. For Yah is with me. And the ideal of through, that's what this old living on this earth is. It's a journey through here. We're just passing by. We just starting one level and going through. But he said, ye though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Through, as if, I hear you, David, you're talking about that other side. That's what through is. It's a journey in which all of us walk through. But notice the word through. It's not meant for us to get stuck in it. We can't get stuck in the beginning of this old living. We can't get stuck in the middle. We can't even get stuck in the end. We're going through it. Whether you like it or not. Whether you are of the light or whether you are of the dark. It's a mission in which the will of the Father has created for all living on the earth. Whether it's creature, fowls, beast, or human. We are all walking through the shadow of death. But David said, but I shall fear no evil, for thy rod, I like that. And thy staff, it does something to him. It comforts him. And even though I walk through, I'm comforted by his wrath and his staff. They comfort me. Oh, yes, David, I can feel that thing. Oh, yes. So I say unto you all, many things in many places, in many sides, and many turns you will turn to. Many sides you will turn toward. Many places you will go to and fro. Know that it is connected to a living, in which David was saying in Psalms 23. It has the shadow of death on all sides, but it's something we all must walk through. I like that word through, as if it's not meant for you to get stuck in it and just rest there. No, no, no. We're going to go through this thing. Sister Deborah is coming with a message with me as the prophetess repenting to the Father. I've taught a message probably twice regarding bless, but I heard one of our YouTubers that normally tune in to this page. And if I'm pronouncing the name, Zara. This morning when I woke up, something I did that's normally I don't do, and I turned the TV on. An instant, my YouTube pops up along with all other, the Hula or whatever, all these other pages, next flat. But I hit YouTube, went into the bathroom, came back out, and I noticed a lot of titles. It did something to me this morning. I saw several different titles. And I said, I like that. Seemed like these titles was, guess what, y'all? Made sense. For such a time as this that we're in, they had titles. Now, I didn't get to look at what they were saying, but I'm going to do that this evening. But when I woke up this morning, it seemed like everybody's title was on it. It wasn't based on race. It wasn't based on male or female. It wasn't based on light or dark. It just had titles that drew me in. And I went on through it. I said, everybody got a pretty good title. I like this. Y'all, I like the idea that I was seeing for real, good titles. For once and all, I finally see good titles that people had titled messages that they had uploaded. And I saw these titles and I strolled on across and said, a lot of these titles sound real good. Because guess what it was, y'all? It was like a form of awakening. It seems like as if someone woke up overnight and realized some things that's actually taking place in this day and time. And not this day and time, in this day. That done something to me. That made me happy. But then I also saw a young lady that normally is on my YouTube, and I think I pronounced her name was Zara. I think I'm pronouncing it right. When she had uploaded a video as well. But I noticed her video said blessed. And I thought about the bless that I had uploaded twice, not too long ago. But what I liked about her covering it, I decided to tune in, which I do. I tuned in and I really enjoyed it. Did I know it was coming to whoop my butt? No, I didn't. But so what? I got a tail whooping. And I liked it. Sister Deborah got a tail whooping and she liked it. This sister, I spoke on bless, what it means. I like what she did because she went way further She went all the way with it, which was beautiful. And what she was saying, it brought so much conviction. It brought me to the level where I needed to check my own self. Mhm. And that required me to also repent to the Father in a way that not only I understand how important it is that we at all times put him first and last in any and everything. You see? But what she did in the video, she put in the idea of kneeling down. Mm-mm. Our nasty, she didn't say this, but I'm saying it. And our nasty self, Sister Deborah, nasty self, kneel, bow down to the Most High Yah. See, this is what Sister Deborah was thinking. I know I have the Ruach HaKodesh living in me. I ain't talking about going to and fro in me, living in me. I know that he teach me all things. I know that he is the light that rests in my spirit to give me life. I know that he teaches me spirit and truth. I know he visit me morning, in the early morning, in the evening, in the midnight hour. I hear his voice. I know his voice. But what and where along the line that I feel that I didn't need to bow down to him. I didn't need to kneel. When that's what bless mean, when it's bless Yah. But I figured me and him is already tight. He's my all in all. I'm nothing without him. He's all I need. He's all I want. All this. But this flesh, that spirit talking, Deborah, but bring that flesh to the level where that spirit is at. When you speak to him, bow down, kneel down. You ain't nobody but dirt. Come on, bring that flesh to the level where your spirit is at. Stop thinking because he communicate with you from the spirit. He talks to you, he deal with you. Now what you supposed to be doing? You're supposed to be getting this flesh under the subjection to the spirit that's in you. Take this flesh down, bow down, and worship him. Bow down. Let that flesh know. Because that flesh got me thinking that all me and him is okay and I can communicate. He talked to me all the time. Now just listen to that. All this time. Even when I didn't bow down to your Father Yah, even when I didn't kneel before your Father Yah yet, you still lived in me. And I just want to say to you, Father Yah, forgive me. And help me to do better. Help me to be, Father, the best that you know that I can be, for I know not. And not allow this flesh to have that type of dominion over the spirit that lives in me. Because I know my spirit bow down to him. But let that flesh know. Kneel your tail down too. Bow down when you communicate with him. Even if you have to crawl out the bed in the midnight hour. Even if in the early morning you have to get up. Bow down before him. Bless him. Because that's what it means. So she covered it excellent. Wonderful. Even if it brought me conviction. So what? I needed my tail whooped. One thing I have said over and over, when I speak, and everybody I speak to, your mission is to climb on top of what I say. Mhm. I'm giving you what he gave me. He don't want you to just stop there. Climb on top of that bad boy. You see? Because you're gonna have to know that there are those who's coming have more than what Sister Deborah can even say. And you could be already at the level of where those that are coming to speak on and to be about. They're just trying to find their way. So I do. And from now on, I'm not going to waste no time with this flesh, because this flesh don't rule nothing. That's for the people who's living in the flesh, that feels that, oh, you don't have to bow down. Don't let that flesh have that type of power and that authority, because it's ugly. Don't give it that type of privilege that it don't have to bow down before your Yah. Let it know you don't rule nothing. Down, kneel, while I pray to my Yah. And while I'm praying to my Yah, flesh, hear my prayer. But you keep your tail down while I'm praying to my Yah. Bless my Yah. You heard it even said, bless his holy name. Don't do that standing up, sitting up, lying down in the midnight hour. If he's speaking to you in the morning at 2 or 3, get down. Come out of that bed. Show that flesh you don't rule nothing. Wake your butt up and let's go down. So I do. And I have repent to the Most High Yah, because I know better. And he wanted us to always get our flesh under the subjection to our spirits, because our spirits are so willing and our flesh is so weak. Our spirit is so willing, but our flesh is so weak. So we, as born again, that has been redeemed and that has been sealed, and the Ruach HaKodesh decides that it dwells in us, we got to do better. We really do. I thought I was doing better. So I thought, but I thank the Most High for allowing others to have a word to say, because her message really made me check myself. You see, we think we're in this alone, but we're not. And we must understand. I told y'all, and I've told y'all over and over, it might appear I know a lot, but let me tell you, give or take 10 to 20%, that's it. Out of 100, I ain't going to claim no more than that. As long as you know me, I'm not going to claim no more than that. Now, somebody else might know more. Most likely they will. Why? Do y'all understand why they would know more? It's because they coming in to deal with the people and the spirits that's out here in this midnight hour. So they better know more than Sister Deborah. They better know more than Sister Deborah. This trash that's out here now, that everybody preaching and teaching, that was out here and still out here on all these pages and all these platforms and in these synagogues and churches and temples, that's not it. But I say unto you, the one that's trying to figure out, wait a minute, I know I don't belong in the broad gate. I know I belong over here in this gate, but I feel so uncomfortable because it seems like I'm the only one going through this gate. That's where they at, in their fleshly mind. They trying to find out, well, could I be wrong? Since I'm the only one going in this gate? No, it ain't. You the right one. You going through the narrow gate already and don't even know it. A lot of times we do. We look over to the left and we think, wait a minute, is this the left side, the right side? Or is it the wrong side? It's the wrong side. But what do our flesh get us to look at? Oh, they got a lot of subscribers. They got a lot of likes. They got a lot of followers. You see what I'm saying? They got a lot of support. We look over there and we see what they have, and it makes us, I'm talking to one in the light, the ones that's coming, think that, okay, well, maybe I'm not the light myself. I'm the one that's following myself, but I seem like I'm by myself. I'm alone in this thing. It's just me. That's why. It's the narrow gate. It is the way to life. That's the beauty of it. See, a lot of, you know what? You'll never get them teaching it and preaching it. Because if they have to teach it and preach it, then he that teaching it and preaching it on the pulpit would have no other choice but to put himself in the broad gate. You didn't go there, Deborah. Oh, yes, I did. I went all the way there. He would have to put himself in the broad gate. And he ain't about to do that. So they ain't going to talk about the two gates. Because everybody in their sanctuary that worship him, all of them would have to follow him to the broad gate. Everybody in the pulpit, everybody everywhere would have to get up and go straight and follow the pastor in the broad gate. That's why they can't afford to speak it. That's why they can't tell you spirit and teach you spirit and truth, nor the light, because the light don't know them and they don't know the light. But they ain't gonna come nowhere near it to teach you anything, because they don't know. They figure they give you what they sold out to, the world. And people are so content with it. It ain't the people's fault. I mean, it ain't the pastor's fault. It ain't the priest's fault. It ain't the pope's fault. It ain't the apostle's fault. It ain't the prophet fault. It ain't the prophetess fault. It's not the evangelist's fault. It's not the Maureen's fault, the seer, the watchman. It's not their fault. It's your fault. You fall in the broad gate. They just know the way they want to go. All of them. They wants to go through the broad gate. You the one following them. Because see, that's what people think. Oh, that's a pastor. Oh, I'm going to follow him. He know truth. Oh, that's the Pope. Oh, look at, when the Pope come, do you all not see all these millions of people kissing his feet? You see? And nobody says nothing about it. They won't preach it. They won't teach it. They won't say anything. Because this is the way they want the people in their place of worship to worship them. They want to be put up on a pedestal and never to come down. And they have successfully mastered it. They've been in for too long. I was talking to myself today in the car, and I was thinking about my oldest daughter who always want to follow darkness. She always been following TD Jakes. And I said, next time she say anything out of line, I'm going to tell her, you better go where your pastor is going. The pastor TD Jakes you've been following all these years. You better go where he at. Because about where he at is where you at. Yeah, I said it. Yep, I sure did. See, everybody wants you to cut short. Everybody wants you to only say certain things to make people feel good. Make people emotions be repaired. I ain't finna repair nobody's emotion. If you're sick, you're sick. Mentally, physically, and definitely spiritually. Because many people can't get through that emotion and that emotion and them feelings. When you can't break through that, you can hang it up. Head to the broad gate. Because that's all about the flesh. And guess what, y'all? The sick Roman Catholics and the Pope, the Roman Catholics, the Jesuits, and the fake ooze went and put your emotions and your feelings. They detached it to what you call soul. And y'all running y'all tails around here calling the spirit, calling the soul something that it ain't. Roman Catholics and the Jesuits and the fake ooze, they nailed that so y'all would get lost and be lost. 99.9 is lost in this soul thing. Y'all That's why they'll never find their way home. They'll be souling their way everywhere, to and fro, left, right, soul, up and down, soul, all around, soul, and you ain't going nothing but you sold your soul to the hell. How about that? How about that? Because that's about where you go head. Because see, that soul is wrapped up in that feeling and that emotions. And all that is detached to the flesh. Who told them to wrap soul and give it some authority? Only one could have did that. It's the darkness who has mastered the ways of this world. No wonder Satan have fully 100% deceived the whole world. It was easy for him. They made it easy. His seeds made it easy for him to deceive the whole world. He did it with no problem. Bow down to bless the Father, Yah, and stand down the flesh. Amen. Yes. Praise the Most High Yah. So we as individuals, find your way home. You ain't got time. You in that day. Find your way home. How must we do that, Deborah? Have a close relationship, not with Sister Deborah's page, not with no one else's page, but with the Most High Yah one-on-one. That's the closest you can get to home while you clowning down here. That is as close as you going to get to home. Is that. So find your way home. And it's in the Ruach HaKodesh, the Father Spirit. Find your way home. I know it. You don't want to find that rock. You want somebody to take you there. Ain't nobody going to take you. He didn't create it that way. Because the ones that's coming, once they realize they are, ain't nobody going to tell them nothing. People going to wonder, where did they come from? And you wouldn't even know. You would have no idea they're running home. They trying to run home, y'all. Because they've been out here so long going to and fro trying to figure out, wait a minute, I'm being taught from somewhere else and they being taught from this, and I'm wrong and they right? Which way is it? Which way is it? It's over. It's time for them to find their way home. And when they come, not when they come, they here. They going straight home. Don't let them find out they was already going in the right direction. Ain't nobody gonna tell them nothing. You mean all this time I understood that, and I understood I wasn't wrong. Man, I was the one that was right. Yeah, baby, you was the right one. So I don't have to go over there where they at, where they been going all these years. No, you don't have to go over there. You're on the right path. You always been. But I thought I was on the wrong road, in the wrong path. No, you've been on the right one. Everybody else been on the wrong. I know it because everything they was doing, they say, the way the world got them going, I knew I didn't want to go that way. You know why? Because you were predestined to go the other way. And he wasn't going to let you go in the gate that he didn't assign you to. So get on home. Head home. And I say that to each and every last one of you all. That means living in this flesh like you're going somewhere for eternal. Live in this flesh like you're going somewhere eternal. Because eternal could be in you. And you trying to figure out, which way do I go? Which way do I go? Which way is it? No, you don't have to do all that. What if it's in you? What are you looking for? What are you searching for? What are you wanting when it's already in you? And I thank the Father for just allowing me to fully understand that it takes all of me to be able to stand in such a time as this. So when the sister was teaching that lesson, it brought me to a level of get that flesh in order. Don't let it stand and talk to the Father and not bow down. Bring it under subjection to the spirit that lives in you. So that's me. And I'm glad, because I could have been living and not bowing down like I should. Blessed the Father by bowing down, showing respect and honor. So what? He living in you. Get that flesh to realize that. Check that flesh. Tell it to sit down and bow down. Not to sit down, but bow down. So I am grateful this evening to come before you all with a message. I appreciate the Father for allowing me to live, to learn, because I learned that I shouldn't allow my flesh to not join its butt to my spirit and be under subjection to it where the Father resides. Now, I don't know if anybody, this message is for anyone out there. I would hope that it's not just Sister Deborah, but if it is, all is well. Because he spoke to me through that message, and I enjoyed the message. It was a really awesome message. It even taught me that the bowing down is kneeling down is the same as blessing the Most High Yah. So blessing and kneeling is what we must do before Yah. And stop thinking, because he lives in us. Yes, he's in your spirit, but you let that flesh get checked. Check that flesh, and so it can recognize what's greater in you. You on this devil platform teaching it, so check your own flesh. Tell it to bow down. Kneel. Bless the Most High Yah. Bow down. Don't let your flesh get away with nothing. Ooh, we such in the midnight hour where it will try to escape lining up with the spirit that's in me. So I was grateful and I'm thankful for that message, because I needed that. I needed that. Even though I spoke on that, I liked how she got on top of it, beyond it, and covered it in a way that it even brought me to the understanding that I needed to repent and say to the Most High Yah on behalf of my ugly flesh. Okay? So Sister Deborah, I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in today. And I will be back. I just wanted to drop that. I am starving. My daughter had me running all over the place. I am starving. And I'm going to grab me a bite to eat. Fine. I think I got a salad that I'm going to eat. And I appreciate each and every last one of you all in the live. And I say to you all, I will be back. Would you say I needed it too? All right. Thank you, Sister Deborah, for that message. Yes. I mean, really, we can find ourselves. You'd be surprised how our flesh is trying to walk one way, and the Father got us totally lining up with him, and our flesh going off to itself like it's got a different protocol. No, get your tail over here and sit down and listen and bow down. Recognize the Father that's in me. Oh, I got that checked. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you tuning in. When someone says, me too. I mean, really, we just assume that the Spirit is in us and he's still leading and guiding us. And we know that he is greater in us, but get that flesh in order. Tell that flesh, you better stand down. Expect, y'all, listen to this. If we have to go over to Mount Zion, okay, we're going to go in the spirit realm because that's where he's going to lead us. But don't forget, we're going to be taking our flesh. Don't forget the work that he's going to do on the flesh. That's how ugly the flesh is. So we have to understand we don't want to get lost in our purpose, because our flesh will allow us to get lost, but we don't want to. Thank you for being a living example. Yeah. Because it's the truth. So I'm going to do it. I ain't going to work on it. I'm going to do it. Flesh ain't got nothing coming now. It's going to sit his ugly self down. All right. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. I just want to make sure I covered that. I had posted for 8 p.m. Central Time. I didn't make it back in time to really cover the full topic, but I'm just grateful that the Father allowed me to make it to the 8 p.m. Central Time to just give that short message. So I will be back. And I say unto you all, have a wonderful evening, and shalom and shalom.